you know, I'm sure he's got a plan.
He's very salty because he even hijacked the whole damn city also.
There we go. Puts the Statue of Liberty in his Lionel train set and taunts the turtles. Let's go.
Alright guys, I start the timer as soon as I take control of Raph, and we will get going. Alright, Jake.
Alright.
Take it away.
Good luck, ZG. Alright, so as ZG mentioned, Raph is the strongest turtle in this game. You're going to notice ZG doing a lot of back-to-back shoulder bashes, as well as this rolling shoulder bash. He's the only turtle in the game that can do a one-hit kill by doing that rolling attack, followed by the shoulder bash. And what he's going to be doing for the majority of the run is trying to line up enemies to be able to take out as many of those foot soldiers as he can, you know, with that rolling shoulder attack. And he's also got this, you know, the sliding kick, which is great for clearing out multiple enemies. It's kind of a rushing kick attack. There's a slide kick attack in the game as well. The one problem with that is it knocks a lot of enemies down. So unless you're clearing out groups of enemies, it's much faster to do what he's doing here and just doing the shoulder bashes. So we got the rolly bots back, and we saw those in TMNT 2. Got a great one-hit on those. It's pretty hard to time that out, so getting that one hit on the rolly bots is awesome. Got a few more groups of enemies here, and then we're going to be out of the sewers and onto the streets. So again, this is the U.S. version, which we know as Hyperstone Heist. There's a Japanese version as well, called Return of the Shredder. Very similar, but there are some differences. Mostly in the elevator level, which we'll be getting to at the end. I'll try to point those out as the run continues here. And another thing that's different in hard mode is the lack of pizzas and power-ups in the game, as well as a few more enemy screens that the game pops on you. So we'll try to highlight those as we get to them. Just like TMNT 2, we're bashing the sewer lids back at the enemies, clearing a bunch out. We left that foot soldier in the dust. A lot of these screens we're gonna have to clear out all of the foot soldiers, but there's a few areas like the one that you just saw there where you can leave some foot soldiers behind and advance the screen. Alright, this is the last screen of the streets here, and we just got a few more enemies to take out. You can see him just bashing off the side of the screen, trying to clear as many enemies as he can before they even get on the screen. Alright, we're into the sewers again. Let's go. As opposed to the better-known 16-bit Turtles game, Turtles in Time, Hyperstone has a dash attack assigned to a input. You've got the double tap in Turtles in Time, or the hold tap, depending on how you set the game up. But you've got a dedicated dash button in Hyperstone Heist, and he's using that in conjunction with some combined input commands to do those roll attacks that you're seeing in the bash attacks. It requires a lot of very specific, timing and input. So a lot of runners that do run this game, especially on hard, are using a claw type of technique. It's actually very challenging to do on a Genesis controller, just because of the button layout on the Genesis. So a lot of runners, I think, probably sub in something a little bit more convenient from a button layout standpoint if they have the opportunity to do so. All right, we got through some pizza monsters and are on to the first boss of the game, a Leatherhead. So we're just going to try to get 4 attacks in on Leatherhead on each side of the screen. see him spamming those attacks, going down to avoid Leatherhead's running across the screen, and then back up to his level, clear him out again. He's got a very kind of specific window to attack Leatherhead before he throws the knife, so he's just trying to get in there and get the attacks in without getting hit by the knife. He did it. Good clear on New York City. Let's go. Okay. Some of the best, my favorite track of the game, probably. This track just slaps. Love it. Get some cat jams out there. This is an auto-scroller level, so you're going to see a lot of foot soldiers just flying by. There's nothing you can do to advance this. You know, his biggest objective in this level is going to be not losing health and then picking up the extra, you know, points for extra lives. This is probably a good opportunity, too, to highlight that ZG held a bounty on this game just a few weeks back to entice new runners to the game. And there were a lot of either new runners to the game or new times put up. So just want to shout out some other people that submitted times for that bounty, like Space Coast Gaming, Lightning Collector, St. Joe, Serial, Kumakan, Kami no Kami, Gudasur, Prunin. You guys rock. Putting up some epic times on hard mode. There were bounties as well for easy and normal as well, so hats off to ZG for holding that for this game, which he obviously you know, holds in high regard and wants to see get a lot of love. Alright, onto the ship here. Again, just trying to clear out these guys using that shoulder bash attack, keeping his health up. You're going to see the planks on the ship here, so you're seeing him pretty much stick in a track, which is kind of a theme for taking out these foot soldiers. You basically just want to stick in a track and let them come to you and clear them out as soon as possible. You get too fancy moving around the screen, and you're putting yourself in the risk of some of the environmental hazards there. Clearing out all of those orange guys with the rolling attacks, one hitting them. That's great. See a lot of love for Hyperstone in the chat. That's great. You know, both games are awesome and deserve all the love that they get. You know, after playing this one as much as I have lately, like when I go back to Turtles in Time, I do find myself missing that dedicated dash attack. All right, so these rock guys, he's trying to group them up. He's doing a special attack to stun them, and then can just put a beating on them there. Off the ghost ship and into the caves, because, all right, I guess we're going right from a ship to some caves. Why not? Coming up on our second boss of the game. Got a good usage of the explosives there. Sometimes, you know, it's not always quicker to get the you know, environmental explosives or whatever else the game gives you in terms of power-ups, just because it's quicker to take enemies out like this, and it's hard to like force them up to a position to clear them fast. So doing exactly what ZG is doing, rolling back and forth, is the best way to go. Got a great stun attack there. We got one more set of rock soldiers there. Great. Oh, two more. There we go. Okay, we got, I think, one more group of enemies here, and we're going to be up to Rocksteady.
All right.
So Rocksteady's got a very kind of similar type of pattern, but you can do slightly different techniques on Rocksteady to optimize his fight. After four attacks, he's going to rush to the other end of the screen. But if you get 3 hits on him, he'll pause in place so you can get additional hits on one side. You can see ZG doing that. Great rock steady fight. The other kind of strat that you can kind of look at doing for boss fights is using special attacks to get your health as low as possible, just so it doesn't count down. That's a very small time save, but a time save nonetheless.
Thanks, DOS Postman.
Posty and General Andrews running co-op on this game recently, so look out for that. We're waiting for these foot soldiers to get on this level. Slightly uncooperative. Good clear on the rolly robots. These flamethrower guys, you gotta clear those out, or you do waste a few seconds. This screen not as critical to get those flame guys, just that first screen. Great clears on those enemies, and we're on to the last screen of this stage. Get some Mausers in the mix, why not? Great roll attacks, and we're out. Nice last screen there. All right, we're in the dojo now. You're gonna see some more environmental hazards starting to show up in the game. We're gonna get to the first of those coming up very shortly. Got one more screen to clear here. All right, we got these bamboo spikes that are coming up from the floor, which make dealing with the foot soldiers a little bit more complicated. You do see the foot soldier back and forth smash attack there that is also in Turtles in Time. And these guys just love to hang out like right on the bamboo spikes too. Just unfair that they don't get hurt by those, but it is what it is. Pretty quick to clear on that stage. Normally in the easy and normal modes, you'd have a spin power-up here, but the only spin power-up that we got on hard mode is going to be, that was in the first level on the streets. No more spin power-ups. Foot soldiers and Mausers. These Mausers can really wreck you if they get a hold of you too. Ooh, we had a little, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but by not totally advancing the screen, I was able to clear out some of those foot soldiers before the environment started there.
That was intentional.
All right, that's great. The lasers are definitely a problem if you just totally rush into that stage, as they shoot two of them every time and hang out for longer, so it's hard to get in on those foot soldiers. So we get Tatsu from the movies. You guys remember Tatsu, right? Shredder's right-hand man. He's gonna go down pretty quick here. Basically, we're just running back and forth, trying not to get held by the foot soldiers, and dropping our hits for a piece there on Tatsu. He goes down. Takes a long time to say master, and then we're out. Okay, everyone likes a good boss rush, right? We got a boss rush stage, the Gauntlet. But first, pizza monsters. You can see ZG taking those out. You don't have to clear these guys out to advance the stage. There's really nothing to do to speed it up. But these guys do give you 2 to 3 points, you know, for future one-ups or whatever. ZG doing a fantastic job so far staying alive. So this game is very easy to take a death in, and ZG has shown some masterful performance keeping his health up here. But the gauntlet can be pretty difficult, so we're going to see all 3 of those first bosses, as well as finally we're going to get Baxter Stockman in the mix at the end here.
And they're recolored.
Yes, recolored bosses. The Leatherhead fight is going to be pretty similar. You can see him getting his 4 shots in and doing the same thing that he did in the first fight. All the boss strategies are going to be basically the same. Got a little bit more health here to the bosses, and then a few different, I guess, modifications to the fights. So Rocksteady, the big difference with him is he's going to chuck grenades before pulling out his gun occasionally. So that's something that CG's going to have to watch out for. There we go. There's those nades. Alright, this should do it for Rocksteady. And then back on to Tatsu. And Tatsu fight is going to run very similarly. With the exception of he's got a basically unlimited arsenal of foot soldiers at his disposal now. Not that ZG is focusing on taking those guys out at all. See him getting held by the foot soldiers a little bit there and using a special to get out of it. It's a good idea. All right, and we're on to the Baxter Stockman fight. We get TMNT 2 Baxter, not Turtles in Time Baxter. So one of the big differences in hard mode versus the other modes is he drops a lot more Mausers, and they are speedy quick. They're going to try to really wreck Raph's day. CG doing a nice job doing those low kicks. He doesn't really have much health anymore for specials. He gets one in there, and he gets it down with 1 health left. That is how you do it right there. Fantastic. Cowabunga indeed.
Last level.
All right, in the Technodrome. Well, it's the last level. We got 2 parts of the Technodrome to visit. Of course, we've got to visit Krang first before we get to Shredder. Again, one difference here in hard mode is we're going to have an additional Mauser screen. Because why not just chuck more Mausers at him? Great clear on those robots. We'll see some more robots in a little bit here too. But if they get away from you, they can shoot like an energy ring that kind of freezes you in place, which is annoying. Great job on the special to kick clear attacks on those rock soldiers. Perfect. CG does hold a world record in this game on easy and normal mode, and for the better part of the year, almost a full year, had world record on hard mode as well, which just got taken this week by Turbo Gilman, putting up the first sub-23 time. So congrats to Turbo Gilman, and I know ZG is bent on getting that back. slightly uncooperative foot soldiers there.
Just call them freezers.
All right, the freezers. Yeah, these, if anyone's got a good name for these, they're a pain is what they are. So you see VG spending most of his time on the right side of the stage, not really wanting to branch out because if he goes too much more into the center, there's a greater likelihood he's going to get froze, which he obviously doesn't want from a health standpoint and the time. One of the more annoying environmental hazards in the game for sure. Dodges those balls, that's awesome. Don't want any flat turtles. Got some more coming up here. Popsicles, Freezy Pops. Great clears on the rock guys again. That one started to get away from them a little bit. This is probably my least favorite environmental hazard, the twin lasers here. Of course, again, the foot soldiers like to just kind of hang out there. ZG using the foot soldiers to kind of clear them out. Does take a death there. All right, and we're clear. Oh, now we're clear. All right, so for the Krang fight, there is a way to fast kill Krang here on hard. We've got sets of 6 shots that we need to get on him. Normal attacks here in the beginning, and then we're just trying to follow him across the screen. See if we can get it, or if Krang gets away from us here. You're doing a nice job. It looks like you got him. All right, nice.
Okay, we're good.
Yep, no, that was close. Krang was just about ready to go and shoot some balls and waste some time, but that was a great Krang kill. All right, onto the elevator. This is the last section before we get to Shredder.
There we go.
Yeah, ZG queuing up that rolling shoulder right into the door to make sure that foot soldiers are just bopped right away as soon as they spawn out of that door. Now they're coming from both sides, so it's going to be a combination of rolling attacks and these kind of rushing kicks. We got a double roll there, that's perfect. Next, I think we got the Roly Robots. We kind of get a, farewell tour for all the standard level bosses here, or level enemies. Next up, we got the Mausers.
Yes, like when the elevator goes down, where in TMNT 4 the elevator goes up.
Shredder lurking in the basement in this one. Yeah, in the Japanese version, you've got enemies that are jumping onto the screen as well here. One of the bigger differences between the two versions. Now the enemies are going to start to spawn from the ground. Why not? You can see ZG grouping the enemies by killing one of them and then letting the other 3 kind of come to him. That was a great grouping there. Did miss the it's possible to get that door above him if you get a quick kill on all of those 3 enemies, enemy groups. But it's time for Shredder, guys. Let's go. So Super Shredder runs around real fast in this. You are able to get under a lot of his attacks if you have a very small window to do that and slide in on him. Other than his blue ice attack, which gives you a little bit more wiggle room to attack. Be able to get in on him. Shredder keeping his distance. He knows what a formidable opponent ZD is. He's staying away from him. One more salvo should do it.
Time.
Yeah, time. Great clear, ZG.
Within my estimate, finally.
Yeah, with and Shredder goes down. There's the Hyperstones.